We are now in the section of graph plotting. In order for you to follow what I'm going to do, you have to write out the tables of values in your note so that as I'm going to illustrate it, you have to follow it. First point to know is the drawing of the axis. In order to draw the y-axis, I have to look at the values of s. The values of s are 9 including 0, whereby 4 are negative and 4 are positive, equal. For that reason, I have to draw the y value at the middle. In some cases, it can be here or here, depending on the nature of s values. You have to take note of that. All right. Now, to draw the s-axis, I have to check the y values from the table of values. For the quadratic, we only have one positive value of s, which is 8. Then if you check the table of value for the linear graph, we have 9. So 8 and 9 are close. Then the negative, we have up to minus 12. Then judging by the given scale, if you draw it at the middle, it is okay, because the scale will accommodate the given values. Okay, all right. The scale is that 2 cm to 1 unit on s axis. If you check this graph very well, each box has 10 lines. So by default, the box that has 10 lines is equivalent to 2 cm. There is this graph that has 5 lines in each box. That one by default is 1 cm. So this one is 2 cm. You have to mark the origin to be 0, the point of intersection of the two axes. So going by the scale, if you move to the right of s, you have positive values. So from 0 to the end of this box is 2 cm, which is 1 unit. The next one is 2. This is 3. You have 4. Going to the left, you have negative values, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4. You get it? All right. Then 2 cm equal to 5 units on y-axis. So from 0 to the end of the first box is 2 cm, which is 5. The next one is 10. This is 15, 20. We can stop here. Okay, if you go down, you have minus 5, minus 10, minus 15, minus 20, and so on. Now, let's take note of something. On the s-axis, 2 cm is equal to 1 unit. The 2 cm is a combination of 10 lines, which means 10 lines is equal to 1 unit. What will be 1 line? So 1 line will be equal to 0.1 units on S axis. That is, you divide the number of units by number of lines. 1 divided by 10 equal to 0.1. Now, let's check for y-axis. 2 cm, which is 10 lines, is equal to 5 units. One line will be how many? You divide 5 by 10. 5 over 10 will reduce to 1 over 2, which is equal to 0.5. So one line on the y-axis is 0.5. So one line is equal to 0.5 units on y-axis, or we can say that 2 lines on the y-axis is equal to 1 unit. Beautiful. Now we have to plot the quadratic graph. When s is minus 4, y is 0. Y is 0 here, s is minus 4. You have to plot directly on the s axis. At this point, y is 0. When s is minus 3, y is minus 6. This is minus 3. Like we said here, 2 lines will give us 1. So this is minus 5. The next 2 lines will be minus 6. You see why you have to know what one line or 2 lines stand for. You trace minus 6 to minus 3. That is somewhere here. You have to mark this point. Beautiful. Minus 2 for s, minus 10 for y. That is this location. You mark this point. When s is minus 1, y is minus 12. So after minus 10, the next 2 lines minus 11, the next 2 lines minus 12. That is somewhere here. You trace that to minus 1. You mark the point of intersection. When s is 0, y is minus 12. When s is 0 here, y is minus 12. You plot that on the y-axis. This is minus 10. 1, 2, minus 11. 1, 2, minus 12. We proceed. When s is 1, y is minus 10. We are coming here against minus 10. That is somewhere here. When s is 2, y is minus 6. Is already here. So you trace minus 6 to 2. You have this location. When s is 3, y is 0. So when y is 0 here, s is 3. You have to plot on the s axis. And when s is 4, y is 8. So after 5, 1, 2 is 6. 1, 2, 7. 1, 2, 8. So somewhere here is 8. You trace that point to 4. That is somewhere here. Let's get it from here. 1, 2, 6. 1, 2, 7. 1, 2, 8. That is this location. Beautiful illustration. After that, you have to join all the points together. I will do that, but let's plot the linear graph before we join the points together. For that table of values, When x is minus 4, y is minus 7. Okay, this is minus 6. Here will be minus 7. You trace it to minus 4. So from here, minus 6 minus 7 is here. So you do that. Okay, minus 3 minus 5, that is somewhere here, minus 2 minus 3. When s is minus 2, y is minus 3. So this is 0 now. Minus 1 minus 2 minus 3. Okay, you trace that to minus 2. That is this location. You have to be very careful when you are doing this part of mathematics, graph plotting. When s is minus 1, y is minus 1, that is this point here. You trace it here. You have to mark it accurately. When s is 0, y is 1. This is 0, then 1 is here. You have to plot it on the y-axis. When s is 1, y is 3. S is 1, so this is 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. See that? So y is 3 when s is 1. When s is 2, y is 5. Easy to plot. When s is 2, y is 5. When s is 3, y is 7. From this 5, the next two lines 6, the next two lines 7. So when s is 3, y is 7. When s is 4, y is 9. That should be somewhere here. See that? So here is 9. Here is 9. Now let's confirm it. This is 5. Next two lines 6. Next two lines 7. Next two lines 8. Next two lines you have 9. You can see straight line graph, while the other one is a curve. Okay guys, at this point the various points have been joined together. For this you use a ruler to do this. Then from here you use a flexible broomstick. This is the one I used to join the various points together. You can take 2 or 3 points at a time. You do that gently and neatly. At the end, you have the curve. We are to answer questions D and E using the graphs.